Space Monkeys blasting off with Mackenzie Petici. He is recently the founder of Web3 Calgary. He's also working with Polka Haus, the creative lead behind the Polka Potions, NFTs, and libations. Mackenzie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. We're in Buenos Aires.
I know.
How sweet is this?
We,
it's amazing.
We met in Amsterdam, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you were doing potions there at the Polka Haus event, right?
Yeah, so it was kind of like an unofficial after party for the AmsterDOT conference, and that was actually the first time we threw an in-person event and dropped our very first Polka Potions NFTs for that week, which was cool.
So can you explain to me what is the Polka Potion NFT? How do you NFT a drink? That's what I mean.
That was the challenge that we tried to overcome with this project. And so my background is in sommelier work and cocktails and sake and tourism. So, very in-person, visceral industries. And so then as I got into Web3 and crypto and NFTs, I was like, well, how do I bring my passion into this? So this is kind of the answer. And so the NFTs are sweet because they're multi-layer NFTs built on Remark. And that means you get an image or a piece of art, which has been done by a group out in Germany called Artera Labs.
Beautiful pieces.
They're cool, and they're all different. They're like different art styles depending on the drink. We've been, taking some like creative liberties with it. And then we've attached audio files, a recipe card, a photo of the drink. Yeah, basically you're being able to buy the intellectual property of that drink. So rather than buying like a cocktail book, you're buying like a cocktail for your favorite Parachain or .sama project. So you get art, you get a recipe card, you get an audio instruction of how the drink was created, as well as how to make it, a photo of it. And then we've also collaborated with the teams for this conference, Kusama, Moonbeam, and Nodal, and so they've actually pitched in and like given us some write-ups, photos, and audio recordings of about their projects, so that you get like a bit of a glimpse of what they're like and their personalities in there too.
And these are all separate NFTs, but all under the parent NFT of the image there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So we've kind of, I think it's called soul bonding. We've soul bonded them together, but you could, in theory, using this tech, have like 9 NFTs that all combine and be equipped to one another. And we actually have some pins built into this. So kind of like you would get pins on your lapel or your backpack, we've developed slots that you can't necessarily see, but you can actually add pins to these NFTs as collectibles. So
cool.
Teams might mint a pin almost like a POAP or something for their OGs or something for an event, and then that can be given and have special perks attached to it too.
Dope. So yeah, and like if you collect a certain number, you go to a number of events and get them, and then maybe you're in this little group of people that get special swag.
So maybe it's like you're first 100 people to do something, and then they can come, and it's almost like a VIP ticket or swag giveaway or airdrop something.
How did you stumble into the Web3 space? Like,
it kind of all happened during the pandemic. Like, I'd always been a little bit curious, but never really carved out any time to learn about blockchain and so on. And then with all that free time, I was like, oh, okay, started researching and owned a little bit of ETH and Bitcoin, but never went much further than that. And then I got on the Clubhouse app, and at first I was talking to people about wine and doing kind of like wine rooms and ask me anythings, Q&As, roundtables. But inevitably, after every time I'd get on there, I'd start like poking around the rooms for blockchain, crypto, and stuff. And then I just went down the rabbit hole. So then fast forward a few months or years, I'm just like, oh my God, this is the future. I want to be a part of it. How do I get involved? I was just so jazzed that I just kept the ball rolling.
So you said you guys are releasing 3 new cocktails at this event in Buenos Aires. You said, what did you say? Nodal, Kusama, and what was the other one there?
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam, okay. So how are you guys distributing these NFTs? And do those NFTs give anybody powers at these live events?
So we've actually got like 300 total NFTs per recipe. 50 of those are being given to the team to distribute amongst themselves or to like their followers or give away for incentives and stuff. And then the other 250 are going to hit the market today, so you can actually go buy them right now on the Singular marketplace, Singular 2.0. And then those basically anyone can buy. And then you'll be getting drinks at the conference. We have a closing party tonight, so you guys can come. You can check out the bar. You can try 4 different cocktails. We also have the Polka House After Dark, which we launched in Amsterdam on the menu tonight.
Right.
And so it basically gives you free drinks at our events. And we even had, I wasn't even there, but we had that drink, the Polka House After Dark, featured at a cocktail party in New York for NFT NYC.
Yeah.
So, you know, the love keeps rolling on out. Because it's not a one and done. Like if you, you know, if you have one from Amsterdam and you show up to an event whenever, you know, later this year, next year, you're still part of the Polka Potions family. So these are going to keep on giving love in terms of more cocktails.
Do you collect NFTs?
I do. Like I guess I would say I do. Yeah, I have a handful.
On different chains?
I've got some on ETH, some on Solana, some on Kusama, Polkadot, and then I've got maybe a few odd ones on like Polygon or...
What's the last mint?
I bought these, what are they called? Pirates of the Metaverse.
what encourages you to make these sound financial decisions?
I know a guy who knows a guy. You know.
You get a DM and they're like, yo, you got to get in on this.
Yeah. The guy was like, hey, is this you? No, it wasn't expensive. You know, they were like maybe, you know, the equivalent of like 40 US a piece. And I was like, I don't know, they're cute.
So have you heard of the, you remember that game, Fuck, Marry, Kill?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to try a new segment
Okay.
called HODL, Flip, or Burn.
Ooh,
So you
is cool.
take
Okay.
three projects or NFTs that you would hold on to that you like. It doesn't matter if it goes to zero. You like it, and then the flip, like one that you want to make a little money off of, and then the other one, you don't want anybody to know about it.
Okay. So this is tough. So I think I would hodl doodles.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I just love the art. It's super cute. My first thought was Bored Apes, but I think I'm going to flip the Bored Ape.
Cool.
Yeah.
And burn. Probably my soul llamas. They burn themselves. Fucking such a botched launch. But they're still cute as hell. I think aesthetically, I think they're cute. So.
I'm gonna start some beef with people with this segment, and I love it.
You get like hate tweets from that. They'll be like, what the fuck?
What are you looking forward to the most in this space?
As in like the Web3 space. Honestly, like for me, it's about the culture aspect. I'm always curious to see how, you know, the Web3 space grows going forward, how people from, you know, the normie world will come in and vice versa, right? Like I've been, you know, in Buenos Aires here, there was in New York, you're seeing like doodles and Bored Apes and stuff. And like, it's only gonna get people curious. Right. So I think from a cultural standpoint, it's really cool to see the crossover. And then also I think just like how does this actually like functionally change our lives, right? I think that'll be what's really cool going forward is like how does Web3 actually make people's lives better, and how does it start integrating with like the daily use of our phones, our tech, our banking. Like we went out for dinner, a bunch of us here at Polkadot Decoded last night, and people were like, oh, can I send you like stable coin? Can I hit you with this?
Yeah,
so it's like,
so cool. Yeah.
How cool is it that like people from all over the world can just like shoot each other money with no centralized banking system, and it actually works?
Yeah.
There's like exchange guys running around here. You send them USDT and they give you pesos.
Actually,
I didn't say I did it.
Oh yeah.
I said there are people running around. There's also drug dealers running around.
I haven't seen any of those either. So, Mackenzie, thank you so much for coming on here today. I know you're busy setting up the bar and everything.
Really appreciate your time. And
it's my sincere pleasure.